Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to Breaking New Ground, the show that tells you how the Department of Human Settlements is restoring our people's dignity by providing them with quality homes. I'm Eric Mieni. Olivenhoutbosch, a sprawling township in Centurion just outside Pretoria, used to be an informal settlement. It is now changing as BNG and bonnet houses are being built here. Now, although the informal settlement section of the township has not yet been completely eradicated, great strides have been taken to make Olivenhoutbosch a better place to live. Councillor Sila, welcome to Breaking New Ground. Thank you for giving us your time. Tell me about the history of the place. You come in here, you find a few settlements, then what happens? Just the story up to now.
Historically, I heard that people that were staying here, most of them, they are coming from chicken farm, and there was a great need now, from government, to look after those people, and council then, by the then Verrubek, city council, they then, cut, this area into some pieces of, stands where people can able to live. So it then ballooned from that point.
You are now ward councillor.
Yes.
I mean, you must have had quite some contribution to what's going on here. Can you take us through your own journey and how you've been working with the community to get Olivenhout to where it is now?
From my early age, I had so much interest in regard to the development of communities. Well, at least in Oliven, I happen to explore that. I've been involved in so many, residential organizations, voicing out concerns, like as you see in informal settlement. We knew that the government has done a lot for our people, but we thought that maybe government is dragging its feet. But a minute you become part of the process, then you start to understand how government works.
I mean, I listen to what you're saying. You come here, it's an informal settlement. You watch it mushroom, you become part of the community. You then see development come. And of course, politically, in a sense, you rise. You become a ward councillor. Hopefully we see you as Tshwane mayor in time. But what have the highlights been for you around watching this place come up? What are the most personally fulfilling things you saw here?
Look, from an informal settlement to a township of this nature, you can imagine that most of us, when we wanted to go to shopping, we were going to Verde Park, we go to Midrand, we went to Centurion. So there was no development or whatsoever here. So we relied much, on the, spaza shops, but there's marvelous indications that you can see yourself here. We have, I've seen government building so many houses for so many people. I've seen government, contributing in regard to all these malls and plazas that we have here. We have got the sports facilities here. We have parks. We have schools. And I'm very much happy to be part of these programs going forward.
It was a joy to have you on the show. Thank you. Olivenhoutbosch has become a place of great possibilities. People were moved from shacks here into standard BNG houses. This altered their circumstances for the better, and in time, they extended and improved those houses. We visited Ms. Rachel Dyer to see how she has changed her BNG house into a dream home.
Because kena le bana and then kena le ditlogolo, so moshimana kwa moholo a plana re mama a re dule mo fatshe ene re nyake motho o a ka re kreelang plane re khone go extenda ntlo e and then gore o molomong a be le kamore ya ya robala. Moshimana ka wa draw di plan. And then our batla abuti o mong a tla a thusana le ena go draw plan. So after draw plan am bontsha yona, and then ka bona ile gore ke ntlo e pila e rategang e tla ratang ke rena re le family le mang le mang a feta o tla e rata. Ena ke launch ya ka e. So ha re extendile launch ena because ne re na le dining room nyana fela ka mole, so re tshwanetse le lunch mo re tla reng ha re iketlile ra dula teng ha re sheba TV, and then sometimes le ha re nwa tee re dula ona mo di-couchong tse, and then ka mo ke kamora ke main bedroom ka mo ke kamora ya ka ke kamora ya ngwana ya setloholo sa ka ke ra extendile nene ka ira gore dikamora tse e betse dikgolonyana gore in case le ha bana le difference bana ba khone go iketla ka mo kamoreng ba robale ka mo kamoreng, and then ke double garage, so gore re khone go bya dikoloi ka mo teng, bana ba ka khone go bya dikoloi ka mo teng, and then he ba tswa like if maybe pula yana ba khone go tsena street ka mo ba tswa ka mo garage, and then ke purchase ya ko bathroom e nngwe na le bathroom ka mo le bati e khilwe e tshwere dilo tsa ngwana ka mo teng, and then le bedroom e nngwe a shika mo, and then ka mo ke dining room, and then dining room ne le part of RDP gore this side ke part of RDP, so dining room ne RDP but ra pushanya na hanyane gore e be le space nyana e be kholonyana, and then ka mo ke kitchen ele yona ke part of RDP, so re extendile nyana hanyane ra gogela nyana kwa gore e bule henyana hanyane ke part of RDP. Ka mo ke bathroom ke ya RDP le yona re grele le mo ke ya RDP, and then ka mo ke bedroom ya setloholo ngwanyana ka wa setloholo RDP ke part of RDP gore mo RDP ne rena le dining room, rena le kitchen, rena le bathroom, and then le yona kamera so mara yona ara oketsa bedroom ke ka mkhori grilling ile ka teng re thabile thata na le bana ba ka because o molongo ya ona le space sa high like the bedrooms, so o molongo ona le bedroom ya high, and then ke backyard ya ka mo, and then stupu sele sona re so ke ditse re rile stupu le go sena stupu mo re ya hile stupu after that gore re khone go dula mo like ha ile mariha re khone go dula mo ntle mo, and then re je breakfast, and then le letsatsi le tlhaela ka mo le khone re tlhabela, and then re khone go futhumala because mariha go ateng pleke ya tonya mariha pleke re ratela leng ke ratela le re bana ba mo khaufi le tropo, and then ba khona go marketa, and then ba kre mmereko ka bo haufi unlike ko re neng re le ko teng before. Batho ba bangata ntse ba re government a re o rahetse dintlu, ene dintlu tse ke tse nyane, tse ding ke dina le 1 bedroom, tse ding dina le 2 bedroom, so ha ba khone go dula pila le bana ba bona, mara nna se ke se leboga gore government o re file start ka RDP gore from here wena o tshwantse bone gore o tswella pele byang, so nka ba encourage gore o molomong a grilling RDP aye meka maoto ke mme or ke ntate aye meka maoto a oketse ebe ntlu ya hae ene a rate ebe space se a se ratang sa hae.
Even though a BNG house can be a means towards your dream home, it is also a catalyst to a much better life. After the break, we meet somebody who's done so much more with even less.
My name is Hosea Mhohoma. Ke tswa ke le ko Lizonia, ka dula Deep Sloot, ka tloga Deep Sloot ka dula Olivena, mo di squatter camping. Ha re tloga di squatter camping ke ha ba re move ala mo di tene because of I didn't qualify to get RDP houses, so got a more open space like this, these open stands. I didn't qualify to get that RDP house because of ko gae ko Limpopo sale ka apply la RDP house. So more Gauteng mo Joburg I cannot qualify because of our kono kra RDP twice. Open stands ke fitlile ka Mukuku still here. I bought a 2-room Mukuku, then I put it on the corner there. So ka starta dilo tsa ka mo ke bereka business ya run very smooth, and then that's where I start to build my own house. The Mukuku was here, I was building here before I built the house. After finishing the house, I just bought the Mukuku, then I started to build the stop nonsense here. You see, this house is, I think, is big enough. On the square meter, I can't nicely remember, but I've got 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and the kitchen, as you can see there, and the sitting room here.
When we first moved into Oliven, that's where we started seeing things more simpler than before. Because of 10 years ago, it wasn't simple. We lived in a shack where there was the 4 of us sharing a shack, which wasn't an easy thing to do. So after moving here, we started, maybe after having a house, things started being easier and stuff like that. We started seeing life to be more easy and nice to live.
When the house is finally built and doors is in, the windows in, the shelves is in, everyone was very happy, even if my neighbor.
Even though he couldn't manage to get the RGP house, but after getting the stand, he did something of it. He didn't just like sit down and say, I'm gonna leave a shack until my life, all of it. He started doing something more better, building a house for us in a stand, which is, we appreciate him, we appreciate the stand that we got, because of now we live peacefully in a house and we're very happy in it.
You know, some people, they don't sleep. But if you budget you can do your own house, and then until you die, you leave your family in a nice place.
We live together as a family. We don't usually have to see one another after some time or what. We know that we woke up together every day. We go to work, some go to school, we come back, we have a dinner all together as a family, which is a nice thing to have a family around. It's very nice.
Many people have been housed here in Olivenhout-Bosch, but there are those like Mr. Sipho Maila who are still waiting. But even these people have found a way to benefit from the development of the area while they wait.
Hey, Chairman. My name is Sipho Tabiso Maila. I came here in 1996, right? I applied for an RDP like everybody. And I'm also waiting for that RDP like everybody. So we are just waiting for our government, when the houses are finished, to come and do verification from there, taking us to the houses if we qualify. Because going to the houses, it's not everybody can go to the houses, only if you qualify. Because there's people who's got an RDP houses at home, there's people who are getting big salaries, but staying in the squatter camp. Those people, they don't qualify to get an RDP house. When I was living here, I was working, right? And after, I saw that no, these security companies, they don't pay enough. So I started to start my own business. Yeah, my first business, I was running the spaza shops and the taverns without a license. Actually, on the squatter camp, you can't get a license. You can't get a temporary to run that business of selling a liquor. So I think I decide myself, say no, I can't just go and buy beer, police come and take. Let me just leave this business and think something. There was a guy that I was working with. He stays at Diepsloot. His name is Ralston. I was working with in that security company. So one day I visited him in Diepsloot. He was no longer working that security companies. He told me that, no, Sipho, now I'm busy doing the construction. So I asked him, how did you manage to get this thing? He said to me, no, Sipho, it's easy, this thing. You just go in Pretoria and you register your own company. Where? Give me the address. So my first profiles I submitted at CDP. We had Extension 30 there. That's my first company that I started to work with that certificate. Till today, I'm still working with them in that last camp, at Extension 33. They appointed me here at Extension 27 this year. I'm doing the project of the government and the private projects. This project it's good, and it's going to take us five years, yes, because we got 4,500 units in this project, Extension 27. Each and every site that I'm working, I've got a foreman. When I employ a person, especially a trade person, an ambach, in construction we call them ambachs, my foreman on site must take that particular person for an interview. That interview is not verbal, it's practical, so that I can see that this person can do what I want. I've been staying in a shack for a period of 18 years, waiting for this house. As soon as I get a house, I'll make sure that my family stay with me here. My wife, my sons must be with me here. Because now I can't stay with them because I'm staying in the squatter camp. When the rain comes, I don't know where am I going to put my children. But if I get a house like this, I know that, no, it's fine. My life is now covered. I can even call my wife, family to come and stay with me here and spend my life with them here.
The change in Olivenhout may be slow by certain standards, but it is steady. And while some active citizens wait for their houses, they continue to help turn the place into a sustainable human settlement. On that note, let's take a short break. One of the main objectives of a BNG building project is to create economic opportunities for the community where the development is. Khadi is one young woman who has taken this with both hands.
Ke startile industry ya construction ke starta ke community liaison officer ka 2012 re aha school sa extension extension 19. Yes. Therefore, construction high fela as a community liaison officer, it's work to register a company as for Choose Construction and Projects Pty. Company yaka esentseng e sale enyane, esentseng e sa ithuta, and then ke hopa hore ke tlo ya ko pele le ona ka reach my goals. So far ha ne ba nong ke na le batho ba bontate ba 6 ba ke ba rekang le bona ba re tsang plastering. Mo mmereko ngore setseng ro thomile from ko phase 1. Re setse re plasterile dintlu tse kana ka 30. Ke tse re plasterile because re support tse dingata mo re berekang. So ra share mmereko ka fela ha rona. Botlhokwa ba hore ke bereke mo ke ba hore ke rena ba dudi ba Olivene. So ke rena ba tshwantse re tseba hore le ka osane le ha hona le mathata like the cracks go re tshwantse re make sure ya hore ha re aga dintlu tse or ha re di plaster whatever re etsanyemo re tshwantse re tse dilo tse di perfect because at the end ke go benefita rona batho ba mo Olivene I do benefita batho ba kontle. Ke batla go bona le nna ka moso e le nna ke le bang developer ke tlisa mosebetsi mo Olivene Houtbosch ke gone go thusa di brothers and sisters tsa rona mo hae le ba gone go rotloheletsa gore le bona ba ithute go le gontsi go tswe mo rena re leng badudi ba Olivene.
Mr. Thabane Mqwango is regional head in the Tshwane region of the Gauteng province and is here to share some insights about informal settlement upgrades within the province, starting, of course, with Olivenhout. Welcome to the show, Mr. Mqwango.
Thank you very much.
Let's start a little bit with the success of informal settlement upgrades in Olivenhout specifically and how it translates to the province.
Informal settlement upgrading is one of the priority programs of the Gauteng province. This area, like many others in the province, have consistently over years received a substantial allocation in terms of budget allocation, precisely because there is a desire to do something much more meaningful to eradicate informal settlements.
What was unique about this project as you tried to develop it?
The work to develop this area successfully benefited from the partnerships that were struck quite early in the area development or in the targeting of this area for development. For example, Extension 36 was as a result of APSA making available land that they owned and the city coming on board in terms of facilitating planning, and then province coming in as a developer, partnering with the contractor that was appointed to make sure that not just government resources are responsible for producing Extension 36, but that all hands on deck, all partners working together were able to demonstrate what it could be achieved if you pull together in a partnership. And Olivenhout-Bosch Extension 36 is a beautiful outcome of that engagement.
So you'd say the main learning in the Olivenhout-Bosch informal settlement upgrade or new development, whatever it is partnership, is making sure that all people who are meant to be a part of this thing are working together. And how does the community itself fit into this? Communities are always involved through community structures, ward councillors, through the engagements, through the IDP process, and also IGR arrangements that we have between province and the city. They make provision for sharing of information, alignment of budget, and communication at a community level about projects coming that are planned, and when they are under implementation, people should know so that they are able to see evidence of service delivery without being told about it, but by being actively involved in planning their own future.
Through partnership with the province, we managed to build houses. But I think despite all those challenges which we experienced during those years, you've proven that you cannot get rid of informal settlements as they are. Because the more you build the houses, the more people come through in-migration. I think it's a process that you have to deal with as part of urbanization. That as long as people are being moved too close to job opportunities, there will be always that outcry for decent houses. But I think what we have achieved there over the years is that we've managed to house people by giving them decent shelter through proper human settlement.
Olivenhout-Bosch might have had problems as it developed, but it has finally started moving in the right direction, and this momentum is picking up speed. This is very good for the community. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.